So Sharan, this is our second 10-minute episode, and
Yes.
we've chosen to speak about accessibility and
And
affordability.
Right.
This is something that most of our consumers would have heard a number of times. Because every time you look at a premium D2C brand on Shark Tank or anywhere talking about anything, they want to drive penetration. Yeah.
Correct.
Because that's where the money is in India. If you have to sell the story to any VC, you have to talk about it. But,
Absolutely.
it is kind of confusing when you hear premium brands talking about mass penetration.
Right.
Yeah. So what is it about? It sounds honestly very oxymoronic to me.
It does, no? Because I think that's how we've come to think of it. We think of anything to drive penetration. We talk about low cost or low value to drive penetration. And brands that are premium, they fear losing their positioning or premiumness by dropping prices, which is obviously the case. If you drop your prices as a premium brand, you will no longer be considered premium. But that's not the right way to go about it, right? Because if dropping prices is your only way to gain penetration, then you will neither gain new customers nor be able to retain your existing customers. So for premium brands, there are two ways to drive penetration.
Okay.
Which is our affordability and accessibility. Let's take affordability first. So making your product affordable doesn't directly mean slashing prices on all your products. It's about smart pricing and packaging your value or service that you provide to customers. Like, say, you see a lot of the high-end premium brands introducing an entry-level product. And it's about giving the customers not your entire brand experience, but giving them a slice of the brand experience so that they're hooked and they find it affordable. And there is a very, very high chance that they will upgrade to your mainstream products over time.
Mm-hmm.
So you will see this very common, especially in the auto sector.
Right. So I think our listeners might relate to this. Harley Davidson, one of the most premium motorcycle brands, they would have thought about something before they launched an entry level model for around 3 lakh rupees.
Right.
Now, one can say that from a 15 lakh, 10 lakh kind of a bike, a 3 lakh is a step down. But think of it this way, that it is still the premium brand. And 3 lakh is still the most premium entry price point for any bike in a market.
Absolutely.
Right. And considering that you would possibly have a good or a excellent version of Bullet available at about 1.5, 2 lakh. So what they're doing is they're getting a 2 lakh guy to upgrade to 3 lakh and get them into the Harley club.
Exactly.
And once they're in,
become a hog.
Likely to become a hog, Harley owner group, etc. And then they're likely to upgrade. So it's a welcoming price point, still premium, and allows people to participate into the premium club without reducing the premiumness of it.
That's the perfect example for how affordability can drive penetration for a premium brand.
Yeah.
Now, for my favorite part of accessibility. Because people say accessibility is the same as distribution. But that's not the case, right? Because just because you're physically available doesn't mean you are reachable by the customer, for the customers you're looking to penetrate into. So let's take e-commerce brands, for example. These premium brands that are selling on e-marketplaces, they struggle to sell on general trade shelves because their competition context itself is different. Take, say, a Mama Earth on Amazon would be competing with a Wow or a Plum. But when they go to GT, they have to justify their value versus a Clinic Plus as a shampoo. So that becomes almost an unimaginable bridge for these brands to cross. And this is one of the main issues preventing offline distribution or making it difficult for the digital first brands. The trick that lies here is to how they can use their digital prowess, communicate their premiumness, and yet make their packs affordable to the masses. So you don't have to drop prices, but you can be very smart about how you're pricing and how you're packaging it. And it's been done very often, especially in the shampoo category itself.
Yeah, for example, the Dove sachet, right?
Exactly.
Now, one can say that the previous price point to buy into the Dove experience was that 50-70 rupee bottle. Now,
Absolutely.
by putting into sachet, not only have they done what Harley did with its 3 lakh entry price point, but what they've also done is they've made it accessible to in a sachet format. Yeah. Think about the set of consumers who either they can possibly afford a 50 rupee bottle, but they don't have the use case for it. Right?
Exactly.
They're moving around, they want to use it on the go, etc., etc. And therefore, to those consumers, the accessibility driving SKU is the pouch SKU. Right?
Absolutely.
But even amongst pouch SKUs, Dove is still the most expensive pouch per unit milliliter of shampoo that it sells.
Exactly. Absolutely the point, right?
Yeah. So therefore, I think what Dove has done is that it has cleverly introduced a new SKU, and it has therefore, made this balance between keeping the brand premium, exclusive, etc., yet created accessibility such that people can buy into the experience and possibly become a part of their exclusive club.
Perfect. So what we're trying to say here is that driving penetration for a premium brand doesn't always have to be about slicing prices.
Yeah.
It's about giving the customer a sample of your experience, making that affordable, making that accessible for them so that they're able to enjoy the premium value you're promising to provide. And through that, getting them to either continue experiencing it or over time upgrade to the mainstream products that you're making for them.
Well said, Sharan. So what we're saying therefore is the art is in balancing exclusivity with reach. And if premium brands are able to maintain this balance by, having their aura of exclusivity, and they are able to, however, subtly extend their, inclusiveness or entrance into this club, they'll be able to crack the code.
Absolutely.